Good morning. Do you not see what I don't see? No rainfly. It didn't rain. Yay. The inside of my tent is wet. Isn't this interesting? It's totally open and breathing, but yet moisture, just your body heat, I guess, and with the coolness, if you put your tent near water, you may want to make sure it's in a spot where when the sun comes up, it's going to hit it as soon as possible. I'm not really getting warm nights in Utah or Idaho or Montana during peak summer times. Like it's hitting 97 degrees during the day, but I needed a sleeping bag. I needed a cover for sure. And I'm just shocked how it doesn't stay that warm in the middle of the night. So what I wanted to show you was a couple of things that annoy me. Because I'm tall, when I unzip this, my head always scrapes the zippers and pulls some of the hair out of my head. Probably my number one annoyance. This is nothing to do with Xped. The sacks a lot of the stuff comes with are super teeny. Yeah, it's great for sales tactics, but then when you're actually out every morning trying to re-roll that thing perfectly so it fits in that super tiny sack, it is just stupid. It's just stupid. I go and I get just a little bit bigger. Once you get all the air out and you have to push a few times, do this and I do this, do another one, and then I do another one. So this is a half-ass looking because I'm only using one hand, but you start really small and you go, and then when you go to push the air, this all separates. I take the sleeping bag and I push the air out on the fold so it doesn't unfold. That's just a process that I find extremely annoying every morning. The compression sack has the buckles, obviously, and the straps are super cinching, which allows it to get really small and compact. The problem is, for me, again, this is all subjective. I found that shoving it every day and then pulling it out of these bike packs because everything's pushed in really tight, the buckles were snagging and could rip things because they're fairly hefty. I love this Xped tent. I love that it's yellow, and you can also set this tent up with the ground sheet and rainfly without the tent. Like, let's say you want to be super minimal. You're like, I don't even want to pretend. I don't need solid walls. I do because I don't like bugs. The rainfly over any kind of a ground sheet is always going to have a gap around the bottom. I didn't want any gap. No gap. No gaps for spiders, snakes, bugs, no. I didn't want bottle cages just so close to all the dirt. They just get covered. Because this has this awesome strong rubber handle, I just drape it through there and it just hangs, doesn't touch my tire, and I have my water right there. That's all I need to do. They're so strong and fantastic. When I'm at a stream, I'll chug a liter and then I fill it with another liter, and that's kind of it until hours later or the next day because I'm so bad at drinking water. Something I really, really, really wanted to hear on this trip were coyotes howling or wolves, and I never heard anything way deep in the wilderness up in Montana, and I can't believe I didn't see a moose. I saw them all the time in Park City, even in the backyard. And then the most bears I saw were in a concentrated area by farmland. I just had 2 cows up on the trail with me, but then there was barbed wire fence, so they panicked because they couldn't run away. So I kind of stopped and just let them. Now they're all howling at these guys. Look out, there's a human on the trail. See, they know to hide in bushes. That guy just went into that bush. These cow grates are so often. I want to say like every half mile. They do get tiresome with the bicycle. He's really upset. I thought, what better place than this to stop and have some breakfast. The only thing that sucks, this is going to make me very thirsty and I have 0 water. Yeah, I know you're going, but there's water all around you in that stream. I am not getting water from that stream until I have to. All the cows are walking through it, covered with all that muck crap. Ugh, disgusting. Because that's the one thing that sucks about this trail is that there aren't any streams coming off, and I'm so spoiled from where I've been coming from. My only objective today is to bike, I think it's 60 miles to Weiser on this pristine, beautiful, joyous trail. I feel totally chill today for a ride. The town of Cambridge. Let's go see it. Look at this car. Yeah, baby, it's for sale. Man, those big, narrow steering wheels, the bench seat in the front. So you don't have to worry about anything dropping in between. And look at this World Market. See how they painted it at the corner and the door is nice? Blacksmith, storefront, awesome burger. What else? See, this is what I'm talking about. It can be old. They just keep it maintained. Look at this camper. It's great. Arts and crafts, realty, general store. I really don't need anything, but I probably should just drink a cold soda. Oh, there's a museum. Hell's Canyon Recreation Area. Yeah, even the gas station is clean. Award-winning Cambridge house, Hunter's Inn. Look at this walk-up window. Then look at these little awnings. Check out this phone booth. All right, let's go in the museum. I'm not going to take you through this whole thing. I just wanted to give you an overview. I'm happy it's open. So I'm just going to video this one thing. This is like an ad in the paper to get people to move here. This is from November 1899. 13 men are at work on this erection of buildings in Cambridge, a hotel, 4 stables, blacksmith shop, a store, they even put the size, a depot, and they put the size, with a 16-foot platform, and 3 homes are being constructed. Lots are selling out, 3 per day. Prices $50 to $100. 50 lots have been sold. Isn't that fantastic? Like they're selling a whole town. This is outside the general store, and there's chalk, and you can fill in what you want. I'll let you do it. A screen freeze to read these. I've never seen this. Very cool. But I would feel weird erasing somebody else's and putting my own. Like, I want to leave theirs up there, right? And I still want to add mine. Wow, Cambridge, Idaho. What a clean town. Everything was redone. The streets, the awnings, just meticulous respect people have for their town. I wish this was in all small towns because they are disappearing. But we are out in the middle of the farmland. And we are in the heat. These little towns, when I stop, the locals are like, not a great day to bike. Wow, biking in this heat, huh? Here comes the cutesy bridge. Is there any water? Nope. There are 2 huge owls. One came out of the tree over my head, and then there was a second one, they got stuck a little. They were huge, they were magnificent. Maybe I shouldn't post these. Oh my God, I saw a bear, you missed it. Oh my God, I saw an owl, you missed it. Oh my God, I saw a giraffe, and you missed it. By George, we have an obstacle. Look out, Mr. Hopper. I see you guys. You're so cute, oh my gosh. Just dumped into Midvale. Wonder if you're allowed to camp in this grassy area. Pavement is like 1% of this whole trail so far. Nothing redeeming between Cambridge and Midvale. I thought the trail sucked. It was really choppy, but I did see the owls. This is the first town that has bathrooms, has a trail map, and there's water. Yeah, baby. I'm so happy I can wash my hands again. Their local market, Slim's Tavern. Oh my gosh, there's a payphone. I'm sure there's some cool history of this building. I may have said this already while I was riding, I can't remember it, because again, I'm not looking back at my footage. Basically a 10-mile difference between Weiser, Idaho, and Midvale, Idaho. 21 miles if you get on 95. I was kind of tempted, but I feel great. 30, I think 2 or 3 miles if you stay on the Weiser River Trail. It's hopefully gonna go into pockets where maybe I'll see some more animals like owls, owls. Been dying to do that. But you didn't have to listen to me act like a choo-choo train like the earlier video. Okay, let's go check this cute place out. Oh, look at how sweet. It's like an everything store. Look, it's cute, so cute. So here it is. Fantastic ceilings. Linens and little soaps. Look Look at this great building. Oh, I love that they maintained it. I sat down outside because I found an outlet after consuming a chocolate bar, and I have not started the Swedish fish yet. And this delicious vitamin water, tropical mango. I forced myself to consume a bag of tuna fish because I'm biking with this stuff and I'm not eating it. I just can't escape the sugar. I'll have like a sandwich, a deli sandwich, but I am eating sugar each day. I'm eating gummy fish, the cupcake or the Hostess things, that mix where it has like Doritos, Cheetos, and pretzels in it. Just crap. I'm not having like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yesterday, I think I had a huge jug of True Mood chocolate milk for dinner with something else. Yeah, I'm really not eating food is my point. I'm not complaining. I have no opinion attached to it whatsoever. This is just my regular grind gig. It's what I do. It works. I would probably have much better looking something if I didn't eat so much sugar. In case anybody wants to kind of know what I'm eating through the day, that's it. I just eat junk, a lot of junk. When I'm going to these towns, it's there, and I want to go in all these little shops. They're so cute, right? I'm gonna go wash my hands again so I don't smell like tuna fish on the trail. Although it's pretty, I hate this trail section. Just sandy, bigger rocks. It's just a grind to pedal on. And then it's really hot out, so I'm sweating more. Still, the water is stuff in it, green slime, whatever it's called. Algae. That's the word I'm looking for. Algae. I can never get the words out. But you know what? I think you guys know me well enough by now. You get it. And you're just filling it in for me. Because you're all really smart. Yeah. Hot. Whenever I go through a spider web, I feel bad because he spent time stringing it all the way across his trail and I can hear him, bitch, just like me. I just put this whole web up. Nobody's ever around. What happens? A human comes through and ruins it and I have to start all over again. That's what I hear. I kid you not. So whenever I go through, I always shout, "I'm sorry, Mr. Spider." I saw a blue heron, a pack of ducks, and I think they're quail. And they have like a little thing sticking out of the top of their head, like really short little mohawk. I wonder if there's gold in these rocks. It's like volcanic. I wouldn't attempt riding over this. It's really pointy and sharp. I wouldn't want one to pierce my sidewall. It's so different. Like you have that style, right? And then you have this style. Shit, I thought it was a dead cow, the white one. Two moms hanging out with their babies for a day at the river. My first time seeing a cow in the water. That's as close as I can get. But see the baby's head, his nose is to the ground, right under the mother's snout. So beautiful. I'm riding along, I'm like, oh, how nice, a porta potty. And then I see this, an awesome camp spot with 2 benches, there's another one under there, a picnic table, a beautiful tree, fire pit with wood. Oh my gosh, this is 9 miles south of Midvale. Boy, it almost makes me want to just stop and stay here because it's so fantastic. So I have 20 miles of gravel and then 70 miles from Weiser to Boise. But I wish this water was really clear. Like the rocks weren't covered with, algae and slime. Then I would be like, absolutely, I would stay and play in the water. So even though it's a fantastic spot, I wonder if they put another one down. I doubt it. This is probably like just the mid spot between Weiser and Midvale. Huh. It's like so early, right? Because it doesn't get dark until like 8:30. So if it got dark at like 6:30, then absolutely. But it gets dark, like there's so many hours of biking left. And I love when the sun gets low. It's so beautiful out. Oh, there's one of those birds. Ah, he didn't stop. One of those flying quail things with the mohawk. They were all in here. But of course, by the time I got my phone out, they're all flying and you wouldn't have been able to tell what they were. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna keep pedaling. Oh man, like my sister would say. Look at this. Oh my gosh, not the best choice for how hot it is. But I've been doing it for a while now, so I'm kind of used to it, but I wouldn't recommend doing this trail in August. Talk about being out in the middle of nowhere. Mr. Moose. Hi, you're not gonna charge me, are you? Cause those you babies? Yeah. Hi, sweetie pie. I'm coming along, I'm like, oh, nice, a bathroom, awesome. Sure wish there was water. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I'm really thirsty and I was not drinking the Weiser River water. I'm taking a poor man's shower again. I took my bike shorts off, I washed the pad and everything. I was like, just like, you know, in these other countries, these third world countries where they're banging their clothes on the rock with the water, that was me. Wow, it's so amazing when you hit like those main spots of your body, how it's like, and then I chugged a bunch of water and you have to pump it. So I've gotten a lot of arm exercises. Like there's a bathroom here. I'll grab some toilet paper. I think I'm like 13, 14 miles away from Weiser. I have a feeling it's just going to be farm. I've gotten lucky every time, but now I'm coming more into industry. You know, this may be where I end up in a church parking lot because I know you can always camp on the grounds of a church. So I think I'm going to keep pedaling. I have gotten so lucky on this whole trip. It is amazing that I have had water. And sometimes I wouldn't have, but I always grabbed the opportunity when I could, even if it's like 2 hours before I was gonna stop biking, because I'm just gonna get the majority of sweat and dirt off my body. And then you can swap your clothes out, rinse them off, and then they can dry on your bicycle. All right, onward. Well, are you ready for this bathroom? Look at this. I'm thinking, oh, okay, no big deal. The handle's missing. It is disgusting. No toilet paper. I'm not even going to show you the toilet. And Mr. Wasp, I'm sorry you just flew in. Of course, you can get out the door handle if you figure it out. All right, so we are at the Presley Trailhead. Attention, these premises under video surveillance, so that's good. If anyone was watching, they got to see me half naked. So the green is public lands. When we go around this curve, it looks like there's nothing. And that curve is right there. So the option is to keep going and potentially have to pay for a campground, which I don't need. So if this is public land, I'm one of the public people. So that means I'm allowed to sleep here. It's 6:30, I'm all rinsed off. The sun's gonna tuck around this little mountain. I only have 10 miles to go. It's basically an hour of biking to get to Weiser. What if there's not gonna be water? I'm gonna go in a gas station. I'm gonna end up buying crap to eat, which I don't need. Yeah, and it's quiet here. I think I'm just gonna stay here. So we've learned that I'm very indecisive when we've learned that I usually am doing the opposite of what I initially say. Sure wish I knew what was ahead. Like they don't even show that this is here. Someone needs to redo that map. Watch this. Which means if I don't sleep with my rain fly on, I'm gonna just get all this shit in the tent. Good news is this has this big board right here to block all that dust, and it also has a cement slab. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Mr. Wasp. I'm changing my mind for the third time. See, it's so funny. My instincts are just like, oh, let's just go check it out. And something better is here, and I see duckies. I found the perfect spot. It's the best spot out of this whole area. I'm telling you. I'm just going to put my pole through. Oh my gosh, expat. Look at all the slices. I had a chocolate bar and I totally forgot. Like I left and I was like, don't forget to eat it, it's gonna melt. But I didn't know it would explode. Ew. So I had two. One just wasn't sealed properly. So when it melted, it came out of the bag, but this one was sealed and I just opened it. It's actually really delicious. So I had to take everything out and rinse it off in this. Oh, that's right. This is so nasty, this water. Look, it's like milky. Ugh. So am I going to have to go all the way back to the pump? It was bound to happen. My subconscious always tells me the truth, and I don't listen. If you put that there, you're going to forget it, but you leave it there because you're like, it's like a sick game you want to test. Your subconscious knows your weaknesses. It knows where you're gonna screw up. It's been with you since birth. There's a lot of examples that you don't remember. They're all stored in your subconscious. It's almost like doing a tally of the most realistic outcome based on knowing your personality. And it's endless for me through my life. It's like, no, I'm getting better. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna prove that I can do this, always. If you leave that like that, you're gonna trip. You know, and then you trip and you forget and you I mean, it's just endless, right? So the chocolate bars, you better eat them now, they're gonna melt. I don't think my brain thought about a package not being sealed because there was nothing really in there. It wasn't like anything was being pushed or smushed in there. Who knew? Regardless, I didn't want them melted. I wanted to eat them. So my subconscious is like, they're gonna melt, they're gonna melt. It's like, 90 degrees today. You must have reminded me 3 times within 15 minutes of putting them in there, and I didn't. And then I totally forgot. And I promised myself, like, over the years, like, I'll always be like, Naomi, just listen. Always listen to it because it's right. And apparently I'm still testing it. Still playing games. Anyway, so that's what I mean. I deserve what I got. It was a pain in the ass. The pump, oh my gosh. It's one thing if you can just go in a sink and I was able to just rinse it. I couldn't. I was like, pump, 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 quick, quick, quick. And you can only use one hand. Because the thing you pull up when you let the water out, you have to hold it with a hand up. It's not like you can just let it go and water will come out and you can use 2 hands. You actually have to use 1 hand to keep it up. So it was like literally like Laurel and Hardy hour, if you know who that is. And I was gonna set it up and video it as, I'm just too tired. I only tasted the one that didn't bust open. It was delicious. Like delicious if you like coffee. I love coffee, but I don't want to get in the habit of it. So I don't make coffee at home. Like I don't do that because I know I'll get addicted, and I'll drink and I'll overdo it. I'll be putting a lot of cream in and sugar every morning. I think if I was a black coffee drinker, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I know I'm going to put all kinds of stuff in it. And then the coffee cup's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And, next thing I'll be in like a big Slurpee cup, a pint of cream. And so every morning, yeah, I think I'm energetic enough. I don't think I need caffeine. I'm gonna ask when I get to town tomorrow what is in this water. So first it was just the rock and the algae and stuff like that, the green. Then right when I came like past this last farm, it's almost like 2 things merged, and now it's milky. So it's only been like a quarter mile since it started to turn that way. I'm going to show you a OCD thing I do. And I use the term OCD because, I wasn't diagnosed or anything. It's just, I'm very particular about stuff, very organized. Because I know when I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I have to go. But if it's folded up and stuff, it doesn't, right, I'm not going to wipe myself with a totally folded thing. So I can't believe I'm sharing this with you. I pre-fluff it, knowing I'm going to have to pee, and I want it all ready to go when I have to go. And when it's cold out, I will actually sleep with my electronics. Definitely my bike computer, my Wahoo, my cell phone, my external battery, and my water purifier. If I'm out in the wilderness and I'm really relying on those items, like those are crucial things. And I put them in my sleeping bag with me because even if they're off, it doesn't matter. It will eat the battery. We might have a really pretty sunset. If you see me again, you will be seeing the sunset.